once again. And wait, what are you doing with that gun? No, 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 no. Listen, listen. I know I forgot to mention Disturbed's album Immortalized from this year on our album's best music of the year, but you don't have to do this. Okay, everyone knows it's a great album. You see, it's so great that I don't even have to mention it. I didn't forget. It's just amazing. You're mad that the single of the year didn't go to the Vengeful one? Well, again, that's a really great song, but please don't kill me. Please. Okay, okay. Yes, Disturbed Immortalized is an awesome album. Okay, I said it. All right, I love that album. I don't know what came over me yesterday and made me forget to mention it. All right, there was a lot of great music this year, so you can imagine. But think of it this way: it was so great that I didn't have to mention it because everyone already knew of its existence. I mean, who the fuck's heard Bullet for My Valentine, Five Finger Death Punch? Okay, everyone knows Disturbed. That's why I didn't need to mention it, right? Okay, now just put the gun down. Okay. Take it easy. Alright, now, if you don't mind, I gotta do best re-release of 2015. And this time I won't fuck up and forget to mention any really good ones. Okay? Alright. Okay. Hi, I'm Elvis X from the Empire X Gaming Community. And this is best re-release of 2015. Re-release meaning a game that has previously been available from 2014 and prior, but was remastered this year, or re-released. And first off, before I get to our picks, a few honorable mentions. Resident Evil Remake Remastered. If you haven't played it, go check it out. It's fucking amazing. Up until now, the only way to play it was on a Nintendo console, which was really gay, but hey, we could play it now on just about anything. And the game is fucking amazing, okay? Anyone out there will admit, it is one of my favorite horror games of all time. Next, we have Grim Fandango Remastered. Never played the original, but after playing this game, I can see why people like it so much. And yeah, you can actually press the back button or whatever you want to call it, or touch a pad, and see the differences. So in a sense, it's actually, you can actually see the progress it made. Next, as far as honorable mentions, Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. I know what you're thinking. Well, with how much you stream it, as far as, you know, gameplay in the background or just shit in the background, I figured it would be number one. Well, no. In my humble opinion, at least for me, re-releases have to add a lot of new content. And as far as this goes, it added 2 new characters and 2 new stages and updated the engine, which, yeah, you know, it sounds like a great deal, but in truth, there are plenty of other re-releases that came out this year that added way more content. So it's a runner-up. Still a really good game. If you don't own Dead or Alive 5, I'd say upgrade to it, or, you know what I mean, purchase it. It's really good. Next, DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition. Look, I know people out there are constantly dogging on it, and, you know, like, oh, well, you're not a true hardcore fan of DMC. Okay, first off, eat a dick. I've been playing Devil May Cry since 2001, 14 years ago. In fact, my first experience with it was with the Code Veronica X 5th anniversary of Resident Evil. You know, the demo that came with it. I have been in love with the series ever since. I will admit, you know, I do prefer the older games. However, DMC Devil May Cry, or DMC Squared, as all of us have dubbed it, is actually still a really decent game, in my opinion. And this Definitive Edition actually fixed a lot of the problems a lot of people, including myself, had with the last version. Such as adding a targeting lock-on, adding new challenges, and retweaking some of the enemies to make it seem more like a DMC game. So, yeah, I still think it's a good game. It's really cheap, too. So I'm just going to say this. If you like Devil May Cry, please give it a chance, alright? It's like $20, if that, if you look hard enough. I'm sure you can find it cheaper. It's not that bad. It's decent. Don't let anyone sway you otherwise. At least give it a shot before you bash it. Alright. Anyway, next, Ultra Street Fighter 4 Redux, as it's been aptly named, for the PS4. Wasn't really going to mention this because this was just a port, but I figured I might as well. Since Street Fighter V is coming out, I guess, promote that whole thing. And well, Street Fighter 4 on this version, I will say I have more fun playing. It might just be me, but I noticed the game plays more smoothly, in my opinion, on the PS4 than on the last gen. Next, The Legend of K Anniversary. This is a sleeper hit from 10 years past, but honestly, looking into it, the game actually is quite cool, so I don't mind it. Not really much else to say about that one. If you haven't checked it out, look it up yourself. As far as that goes, it's about all the honorable mentions we've got. Now, on to the awards. Okay, first off, from Manslayer Goku, his pick was Final Fantasy VII on PS4. No, not the remake, the re-release from the PS1/Steam versions. I haven't played this yet. I have it downloaded, but I haven't really touched upon it. But according to him, he said it was a decent re-release. Again, I'm not saying I haven't played Final Fantasy VII before everyone goes ape shit, okay? I grew up with that game. I love that game. I'm just saying I haven't played the PS4 port from the PS1. Anyway, yeah, so that's Goku's pick, Final Fantasy VII. Next, Teenan. Teenan's pick for Best Remaster of the Year was BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Extend. Again, I fucking love BlazBlue. That is one of my favorite series of all time. I love Arc System Works, and whenever there's a game just with their name plastered on it, I usually buy it because I'm not disappointed. But enough about that. BlazBlue, Teenan, great choice. It's an amazing game, especially Phantasma Extend. Definitely the best one in the series, in my opinion. Hell, I gave it Soundtrack of the Year as far as gaming. Next, we have Dai. Dai X's pick, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Honestly, I was thinking of picking this myself as well. Again, the sheer amount of content that this added from a re-release is just amazing. It added 3 new playable characters, as well as new cutscenes to coincide with them, increasing the lore of the DMC, as well as updating the visuals, adding a turbo mode, and overall just being a lot better. It even increased the frame rate and shit like that. If you haven't picked it up, go do that. It's $25 digital only, and worth every cent, honestly. And as far as my pick, Skullgirls Second Encore. If you haven't heard of this fighting game, well, it's a fighting game made by fighting game fans. A group got together named Lab Zero and actually decided on making a grade A fighting game with inspirations from Street Fighter, King of Fighters, BlazBlue, and so on. It's a 2D anime-style fighter, but all the images are hand-drawn. They're not digitized or, scanned into a computer or anything. All the sprites are hand-drawn by people, and it looks amazing, especially on the PS4 when they updated the visuals. It looks really good. The soundtrack of the game is nearly flawless. The story of the game is epic, but again, this is about re-releases. Second Encore is an updated version of Skullgirls Encore from last year, which is an updated version of normal Skullgirls from 2012. Yeah, I know, it sounds redundant, and they pulled the Street Fighter thing, but hey. Again, it runs on the Street Fighter engine with a 6-button layout, so can't really do much about that. Anyway, as far as the features it added over its predecessors, it added full voice-acted cutscenes, which before was just text, you had to read everything, added new game modes, and added new characters. Again, as far as remasters, I don't mind re-releases on the next gen, but I prefer it when they add content, such like Devil May Cry and so forth. Which is why Skullgirls got my award. To me, it had the biggest advancement when coming to the next gen. Again, I already loved the fighting game to begin with. This improved on it in every way. And no, even though it's called Second Encore, it's not the second or third game in the series. It's the third version of the first game, so you can still get it without being lost, and I urge you to do it. It is, to date, one of the best fighting games I have played in a very long time. Anyway, as far as remasters, that's it. Please let us know in the comments below what your favorite remaster was. Yours didn't get mentioned even as a runner-up. I do apologize, but, you know, tell us in the comments section what yours was and why. You wouldn't mind. And be on the lookout. Tomorrow is our final awards. So, yeah. Till next time, guys. I'm Elvis X from the Empire X Gaming community.